right, baby. It's direct from the beautiful Inland Blue Studios. Honey, this is the Nerdlife Crisis podcast with your host, that fine-ass Chris Thayer, that beautiful Steve Hale, and that big hunker chunk of meat, Ron Milts. Woo! Mama's hot up in here. Let's get this party started.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to the Nerdlife Crisis podcast. Here with your host today.
What the hell was that?
It was a really strong opening.
It was.
I can't.
Literally, Chris Thayer.
Steve Hale.
And I'm Ron Milts.
I'm Ron Milts.
I'm Ron Milts.
You can feel the passion.
Shazam!
It has been a while.
We've got a lot of build-up right next.
That was also like the sixth attempt at the opening. It did not happen well. So, like,
at one point, Ron said he was Steve,
actually not even jokingly, fully intentional. Like,
it even made me look up.
Yeah.
For a second, like, what?
Wait, who am I again?
Well, I didn't recognize you since you're so tan. You look like an extra from The Godfather right now.
Right now, I am a golden god. I'm golden and crispy, and jacked and tanned. Yes, ready for summer.
And Chris, thank God you got your beard back. Thank God.
Well, you know, I got to the end of the school year, and the thought of sitting at graduation for like 3 hours in the heat was way too much. I shaved almost my entire body. I was not going to have any hair and sweat balls at graduation.
And after he shaved, he rubbed himself down with some fucking Nair, and he was like no eyebrows.
I put the lotion in the basket.
He came in. I thought he was a cancer survivor at first. I wasn't sure.
Powder. I will never. I'll never fucking forgive myself for the year that fucking we were at Comic-Con and this fucking guy walks past us, and I fucking look at Ron. I go, "What the fuck was going on with that fucking weird looking fella?" And he goes, "I think the guy's going through cancer treatment." And I said, fuck me, dude. Am I a fucking asshole? I was like, I really feel like I need to go down and volunteer at like a homeless center right now or something, or I'm going to save a fucking dog. I felt like the worst I could fucking possibly feel at that minute.
But you know what? To be fair, at Comic-Con, people do that like legitimately for cosplay. So
well, yeah, I mean, he didn't have any eyebrows, and his fucking and he didn't have any hair on his head,
right?
And his eyes were as fucking big as saucers.
He could have been like, it could have at this point now, it could have just been like alopecia or something like that.
He could have been one of the gray aliens from
True.
Like a UFO land.
Speaking of alopecia, is anyone else watching Barry?
Oh my God, that show is great.
No,
you would love Barry, dude.
You would absolutely love Barry.
There's a character, and he's an actor you might have seen before, but he plays this character called Noho Frank, and he's they're Ukrainian or Romanian or something like that.
Croatian,
I think something like some Eastern Bloc country. So they all talk like this, you know. And so, but he's like sort of like flighty gay, and he's like Barry, like hey Barry, like don't like I'm a killer Barry, a stone cold kill. But it's like he's sort of like this light and fun character, and he like deals in stolen goods and murders people.
Wait a minute. No, I've seen the commercial for this.
It's fucking great, dude.
It is so funny.
Okay, I've never watched the show, but I have seen it.
It's dark, though.
Trailer for it.
It's super dark.
It's like really funny because it's Bill Hader, and then you have these moments of like, because he's a contract killer, and you have these moments where, as a contract killer, he's trying to hide the fact that he's a contract killer from everybody, and he's taking fucking acting classes. Okay. So you get all these wonderful LA tropes that you'll like buy into right away of all these people struggling to be actors that are terrible at it, you know?
Yeah.
Yes. So yes. Yeah,
I'm looking at Ron, and he's like, "I know you know these motherfuckers."
I do. It's not a lie. Like as I'm watching it, it makes me just laugh uproariously.
Oh yeah.
But like the darkness and the turns of it, it's such a good show. And the second season was really great.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And there's literally like he spends the entire second season trying to be a better person and not kill anybody. And he goes on a fucking rampage in the last episode.
Oh really?
And he literally kills like 150 people in one episode.
That's amazing.
Oh, it was so awful.
He snaps and he just goes through like this compound and he's just like shooting people just like pop, pop, pop. Oh yeah, and he's just because he's all like Fuchs and he's like bah, 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 and they're all Barry bah, 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 bah. He just like loses it. Fucking great, dude. Yeah. It's really good. Like if you haven't checked that out yet, you should.
Okay, yeah, I have seen some commercials for it, so okay, I will.
And they're half-hour episodes, so it'll go quick.
Watches fast.
Better.
It watches fast. Yeah. So, well, I mean, it's like, what do we do with HBO now that Game of Thrones has ended? You know?
Exactly. I feel so fucking lost right now. Oh, geez, because there's nothing to watch. Like, there's nothing on.
I've gone back to watching fucking naked people getting eaten by mosquitoes.
Oh, you're Naked and Afraid?
Yeah, I can't fucking stop watching this show, even though it's like the same thing every fucking time. It's like any reality show. It's the same thing, but I'm like, I want to know where the tick lands on your penis this episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm interested, you know? So, or there was a good one. Goddamn chick got lost.
What?
Yeah.
With the cameras, though, right?
No.
She just disappeared.
She just went off searching for fucking stuff to eat or firewood or something like that, and just got fucking turned around in the fucking goddamn jungle, and they just put the fucking brakes on the show. They had everybody out there searching for her, and you could see, like, they have producers, medics, everybody's looking for her, the camera people, and you could just see in their faces like, oh fuck,
like, we messed up.
We fucked up this time.
You would think they would put like a tracking device or some shit like that on them.
I mean, you got to figure, dude, these people are really being dropped off in some real fucking dangerous places, dude.
Absolutely.
I mean, it is pretty legit. Yes, there's lots of crew members around and stuff, but like, you just lost somebody. Like,
see, I still think
that could be really fucking bad, dude.
I think a great idea for a reality series is you should take like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Caucasian woman, and she should have all her diamonds on her, like her Gucci bag, and you should drop her like south of Mexico City, and be like, good luck, like survive, and see if the hill people could not kidnap you.
She'd be a fucking cartel video fucking within 5 minutes, dude. I remember going down to fucking see La Bufadora from fucking Ensenada, and I get on this bus with a bunch of fucking, really waspy ass fucking folks. They're just dripping in fucking jewelry and watches. They're all wearing Dockers and shit, and
you're all, this bus is going to get pulled over.
We start driving through some of the fucking poorest fucking part of the country I have experienced yet. And I'm like, that this is actually under cartel protection.
Right.
Because fuck me, all of us be fucking goddamn food right now. We're just sitting fucking ducks, dude. But I was concerned, and then I was like, oh, you know what? They pay a big price for us to do business here.
You keep everybody safe.
Yes.
It's like when you get the one woman, though, that wanders, that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be like, what was that movie with Jonah Hill where they were like war dogs? Where they were like gun runners.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Like the first half of that movie is great. And then they're doing the gun run across Iraq. They're like, we're just driving through Iraq. Like, why not?
Right.
They get to the base with the Berettas, and it's like I was like, this movie's fantastic. And then the second half, I'm like, ooh.
Isn't it funny, like, when you watch Jonah Hill and like in that movie, and then you watch him like Wolf of Wall Street, like he plays a fucking really good, like, two-faced scumbag, dude.
Absolutely.
He does awesome at that.
Absolutely.
He's a great job, man. Good actor.
So I had to step out. You were talking about Naked and Afraid.
Yes.
Did you talk about, we just watched one recently because the wife's totally on this, where the girl gets stomach problems in the camp? Oh, dude. So, of course, she eats whatever they caught. I don't know, eel or something.
Yeah.
And she, like, deuces all over their shelter.
Spray shit all
could
over.
not make it out
one.
of the shelter in time.
Fuck, dude.
And her partner is a trans dude. So, a woman that has transitioned. And, like, this dude is totally, like, sympathetic, but it's like, yeah, we probably should look for a new location because there's a lot of bugs and fecal matter in the shelter.
Wow.
Like,
no, I'm gonna have to find that episode now.
Fucking mortifying that must have been.
Have you ever seen that classic, like, I think it was one of those many real world episodes.
Oh yeah.
Here in the 2000s, where like the fucking chick gets into the fucking hot tub and takes a fucking shit.
Yes.
Dude. Everybody comes flying out of the fucking thing, dude.
I don't know that I've ever
Classic.
seen that one.
Oh, dude, it's fucking raw, dude. It's so bad.
It's so gross.
Like, nothing about this sounds great. Like, once again, we are the Poop Life Crisis podcast.
We're on shit talk tonight, guys. We're talking shit.
Well, we do have to talk a little shit because we do have to talk. We never wrapped up Game of Thrones, so it's
been a while.
It's been a while. We tried to podcast a couple times, and my mom got a little sick, so we weren't able to meet the last couple times. But now we're back. Everybody's alive still and kicking. So we're way late to the party on this, like maybe like 5 weeks. But I think that's better because we've all had time to let it sit and simmer.
Right.
And you're not on that instant reaction train that everybody else was on.
Well, like I said, I wasn't a big fan of the the Night King episode for my own reasons. But I thought the rest of the season was pretty fucking good, man.
Yeah.
I thought the way that they ended it was appropriate.
Right.
I'm sorry to all you folks out there who named your daughters Daenerys, thinking that Khaleesi, thinking that by chance this psychotic Mad King thing was going to skip her.
Well, it never did. That's the beauty
No,
of it.
it never did. It never did.
And to me, it was like, I said it before the final episode, and then literally Tyrion said it in the final episode, which is like, when she did all these terrible things to bad people, we cheered,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And it was like, yes, keep it up. But when it was to somebody that we liked, you know, like, it wasn't as good, you know? And I think that was the overriding point, was quite literally like, she was never going to be the good guy, you know?
No.
She had one goal.
You know what it reminds me of is Serenity, the film,
Yeah.
where you've got Chiwetel, whatever his name is, Ejiofor.
Ejiofor.
Okay.
I did love.
Where he basically said he was never going to see this new world that's the better world.
Because he's not allowed to be a part of it.
He was a monster.
Yeah, right. And that's what she was.
I did love the one guy who raises his fucking hand and was like, let's like start a democracy.
Yes.
Sam.
And they're like, get the fuck out of here, you nutcase.
Like,
That shit ain't gonna happen.
What if the people got to decide? And they're all,
That
no,
was
sir.
fucking classic.
Get the goats to vote, you know?
So it's kind of funny because I thought it was really interesting that there was this instant reaction that like everybody got upset because they're like, oh, Bran was crowned king and Bran won the Game of Thrones. And to me, I was like, yeah, Bran didn't win. Tyrion won. Like,
Right.
Tyrion's the one that's technically ruling the kingdom because Bran, you know, he's too busy like, he's all, I'll be back, and then he like floats away with birds, you know, and shit. Like he's like not really gonna be around. You know?
I just love how like every fucking fan theory was absolutely wrong.
Right.
And then some.
The connection of Bran to the Night King
No.
theory, nada.
Nope.
The Tyrion is another
No.
Targaryen.
No.
all three of them are going to ride on these magnificent dragons at the end and just like everything.
And they were so sure.
Now listening to interviews with the actors and actresses after the fact and how many of them were very unhappy with their endings. For instance, what's her name who played
Cersei. Yeah, I
was
read
very
the interview.
vocal and was like, you just dumped some rocks on me. That was it.
I think I was okay with that.
I think
wanna
it made perfect sense.
Oh, I want to see that bitch lose her head.
But what could be better
But I
than
knew.
her?
But see, I knew. The one thing that I called, and I think we could go back in tapes of this, is that her and Jamie were going to die together in each other's arms.
Yeah.
But what's
I saw
better
that
than
from the
her
beginning.
dying scared and trapped and completely weak,
Like, she
and
doesn't get to go
nobody
out
there
strong.
because she
Right,
never
yeah.
did anything herself. She told other people to do stuff. She had nobody there but
Well,
Jamie.
I mean, no. Let's be honest, dude. She knew how to
have sex,
keep separate church and state.
Dude, she was her father's child.
but she didn't do any of that.
Yeah, but she was more like her father than Tyrion ever was.
Right. No,
So-
I agree. But again, she only had power because of other people.
Yeah, but that's how power works. Like you got to have other people serving you. Unless you're the Hound and you're just like smashing people.
Which was the Hound and the Mountains
Arya.
battle was absolutely the best.
To me,
It was my favorite scene. Dude.
we got to this. No, it was fucking great.
It was okay.
It was a great
Like, there was
battle.
nothing
It was
more-
better with lightsabers.
There was who cares, dude? There was nothing more poetic than like the Hound tackling after he stabbed him through the freaking head, and he like just pulls it out.
Or just the Mountain Man fucking sticking his thumbs into his fucking eyes like that.
yeah.
Dude. I mean, just so fucking brutal.
Well, and
because that's how they've been brutal. He's been brutal since they were children.
Right.
So it was just I thought it was a great ending and a great battle.
but that perfect moment of like the one thing the Hound fears more than life itself is
Is fire.
the way he decides to go out just so he
Right.
could take his brother with him.
Right, yeah.
And I'm all,
Right.
Wow, that's deep. Like
poetic.
Yeah, like you're like
There were a lot of moments like that, though.
I did like how
way.
she's burning the city down, and those reserves of the green fire start popping off.
Right,
And
right.
Like, oh, they didn't forget. Ooh,
Remember
the detail
that?
they threw in there.
Well, to me, there was a lot of stuff that it's like, and I think from the beginning, everyone first off wants everything to tie up in a pretty little bow.
Yes.
And it's never going to be that way.
No. And see,
But I think it did.
I think that
It just wasn't the bow you wanted.
Well, it was. I didn't write the story, so it was the bow that we got made sense when you look back at it in its totality.
I gotta ask
agree.
you, Ron. When she was burning the fuck out of the city, were you just walking around the room pacing? Were you okay?
I was sort of dumbfounded for an hour straight because it's like that's how long she was burning the city, and then Arya got on the white majestic horse that was obviously the.
See,
dudes
I
from
thought
the
there was
Golden
going to be
Company.
more to that. That the symbolism of that scene. I thought there was just going to be more to that. I don't know.
Somebody just went, "That looked cool." Let's do
yeah,
that.
this is filmed that cool scene.
Yeah.
I thought I was reading too deep at this moment. You
Well,
know?
they put in a lot of like little hints, like the toy horse, that the little girl was carrying the
Yeah.
whole time, and there was like all these things. So to me, that like whoever filmed that, it was much more poetic than I think it needed to be.
right.
And I would like to have seen a little more of the battle on that one, whatever battle there was. You know,
Oh, I gotta tell you, man, when they were when they were standing off in the street,
that was tense.
but then when they fucking went at it, man, those guys were getting fucking brutalized. Like their fucking hands are getting cut off, the fucking faces getting caved in
Yeah.
and shit. I mean, it's one thing. Like I watched this old documentary about medieval swords and axes and stuff like that on History Channel when History Channel played something other than people who buy junk. And they were showing a human skull that had been hit, across the bridge of the nose with a sword. I mean, these are brutal fucking weapons, dude.
Right.
Brutal. And to see those scenes, it was like, man, they really captured the damage these
Right.
weapons could
Right,
do to each
right.
other, And I thought those were pretty good battle scenes.
Yeah.
So
I mean, look, at the end of the day, too, I love the fact that once like the shit hit the wall, there were no good guys left.
No.
Like it was literally like this is what war is.
no, there
dude.
was. Beautiful Jon Snow.
He is a beautiful man.
Good guy.
By
Good
the-
man.
By the way, are we all happy that him and Tormund get to hang out together in the north for all of time?
I mean, and they got the goddamn fucking wolf with them too.
I know.
With one ear.
I mean, come on, dude. If that's not a fucking buddy picture I want to see, I don't know.
Yeah.
What it is.
I just to me, I'm like the wildlings are like we're going back to the north, and I'm all why?
yeah.
Like
Because it's assholeville down here.
Yeah.
It's assholeville.
there's like 40 of them left. Like
Freeman.
and there's no women like where you're going. Like,
Oh, I always figure there's probably they didn't ever say how big the real North was.
Sure, sure.
I'm sure there's still little things out there, and they know where the hell they're at,
maybe.
and they're gonna fuck like rabbits. 'Cause what else do you do?
Yeah.
We gotta stay warm.
Stay warm.
I gotta stay warm. We gotta fuck.
I
I don't really like you. Doesn't really matter.
and I liked for like how a hot second everyone was all Arya spinoff show, Arya spinoff
Yes,
show,
yes.
and then it's like they're all that no, not gonna happen.
Right.
So
Would have been cool, though.
well, I mean, there's you know what? That's the sort of thing like 10 years from now you come back to when she's a little older and she's been adventuring.
I bet she'll be a little older, but she's gonna be bigger.
no, she's tiny.
Weird, kind of little body thing.
She's just small, dude. She's like 5 feet tall.
Yeah, it's weird. To me.
Her and Sophie Turner and Sophie Turner's like 6 feet tall. So like
Yeah.
they hang out all the time, and you're like, oh, they're like Laurel and Hardy, their own comedic duo, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how they buddied up like that.
Now you do realize we're getting the Game of Thrones spinoff shows coming next year.
I heard that they were going to do
Really?
something, but I didn't hear what.
Yeah.
It's basically just the prequels.
I don't know what it is. Like there's like a secret name for it, and
I think we're going to hear next week
I think it's possible.
when we go to
San Diego Comic-Con.
San Diego.
I know.
Is it next week or 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. I'm sorry. I'm just
Scared me. I'm like, oh,
so
my God.
excited to be so back and deep.
You know, it's 2
professional.
weeks from
And
tonight.
I
in
got
fact.
I got a pro pass right here. Fucking says Stephen Hale. But you can call me Steve. Don't ever fucking call me Steven.
Thank you, Steven.
You're okay. And Chris is okay. But I'm talking about you people out there listening. You come up to me when I
Lighten
sign
up, Steven.
when I sign your when I'm signing your stuff. Don't call me Steven or Mr. Hale. But my badge says 2019. What's the P for
Preview.
night?
You get to go to preview.
yeah, preview
1,
night.
2, 3, and 4.
Are you going to be able to find 5 days of fun at Comic-Con is the real question.
Jealous, you basic badge holders. Very basic.
It's going to be an exciting time, let me tell you.
Very exciting time. I feel like Tank in The Matrix.
Exciting. Very exciting time. Very exciting.
Meet Neo.
Does that mean you only get to be in the first one and then we never see you again?
Yeah, like, what happened to that motherfucker? Got eaten by the tentacle things.
Oh, dude. You know there's a whole story behind that, right? Like, he basically went crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That guy, that actor.
Really?
Because he was so desperate to be in the sequels, and he was supposed to be, but he started calling the Wachowskis constantly, and basically like started stalking them and leaving them aggressive messages. And then they were like, "Yeah, you're a crazy person. You're out of here." So
I love hearing those fucking background stories about shit.
well, that's why he got replaced with the dude from Lost. So. But, it is what it is. So now that we're at the end of Game of Thrones, so was there anybody's story you weren't happy with at the end? And here's my question. And furthermore, are we ever going to have another cultural moment like this? This was the first show.
When was the last one?
I mean, this was the first show in a long time that I can remember that
Cheers.
Everybody was on board with for the last 6 weeks.
Everybody want to know who shot fucking JR. Right? I gotta fucking tell you, I have watched the fucking show since the beginning. Right, I never missed the season, but the goddamn memes for this last season
on point, dude.
Fucking brilliant. You guys who made them out there, you brought me much fucking joy. After in the bathroom at work.
My favorite one was Brienne writing down Jaime's
Yes.
It's all Jaime Lannister. It's all a basic bitch who got crushed with his whore of a girlfriend.
Dude, my dear friend out there, Trish, I know you listen from time to time. You sent me some of the best memes during that time, and it definitely made the day job a lot fucking better.
What was your favorite one?
Oh, I don't even know if I couldn't even say, dude. Jesus, there were
There's so
many, dude. I mean, she's sending me 4, 5, 6 throughout a day, each week.
And they were so every single one was on point too. There were.
And definitely a shout out to the folks in the Facebook group and the page, because they Eric is the mad meme finder, and a few others that definitely are always posting cool stuff. Roman's one of them.
Oh, Roman, his stuff was so on point too, dude. Loved it. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. And Roman, you didn't go too far that we had to remove it.
Not this time.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Appreciate that.
Mike Jones put in some good stuff.
Yeah, Mike had some good stuff. Mike's always got some good stuff. Where's that fucker lately? I haven't seen him. We haven't recorded.
Oh, you know where he is? He's probably there right now.
Disneyland,
freaking Galaxy's Edge.
Dude, he's been to Galaxy's Edge 7 times.
Jesus Christ, man!
7 times.
That's a motherfucker like some Star Wars.
Yeah, no shit. I heard
he is dying to come on the show to tell us about it.
He's dying.
I heard everything that has not been bolted down.
It's being stolen.
Has been stolen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From the fucking sporks.
Yeah.
In the restaurants to the glasses, you fucking name it.
Well, everything. What did you think they were going to do? You're talking about Star Wars fans here.
Oh, I know. I know some people out there who have probably said it online, but I know they've probably got a fucking drawer full of shit and the rest of their little dolls.
You got the entire set of Star Wars paraphernalia,
Yeah.
So... but yeah, one person complained. They were like, it's kind of like a shopping mall with 2 rides. And I'm all, you mean it's Disneyland?
Right? You've been there before, right?
The reality of Disneyland is this, folks. And this is the reality. They built a retail that they have you pay to get into. Mm-hmm. And they threw some rides in there for fun.
That is not a lie.
It is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And they are trying, and hey, no bad faith in it. They are trying to get every dollar out of your pocket they possibly can.
And they are.
And absolutely they are. I'm not planning to go until next year.
There's no reason to.
Well, next year, Star Wars Celebration comes back to Anaheim, California.
I might actually go this year.
My plan is to take the boys, my sons, for one day, stay the night down there, and surprise them by taking them to Disneyland the next day.
We're looking at.
That's good stuff. Don't worry, Ron's showing us memes right now that we're laughing about that you can't see. Maybe we'll post it up for you. Good stuff, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. It never stops. It never stops. So, look, at the end of the day, like, I still think that we got everything we were going to get from the show. I love how disappointed everybody was. It made me so incredibly happy.
Well, and here's the thing I really thought was hugely ironic is all these people talking about it's not the ending they wanted. When did this fucking show ever give you what you wanted?
Oh, I mean, fucking
aside from
shit,
Jon Snow beating the shit out of Ramsay Bolton.
I mean, yeah, I mean, some of those deaths. I mean, like when we got to see Ramsay, Joffrey get killed, but everybody knew everybody's going to die.
Right.
I mean,
but we didn't know that in the beginning.
I'm surprised.
By the Red Wedding, we knew that.
Oh yes, definitely by the Red Wedding. We're like, oh, fucking nobody's safe in this show, apparently. I actually expected a few more characters to probably not make it out.
Right.
So I was, it's like, oh wow, shit, they made it.
Especially after the big battle at Winterfell.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to lose a lot more than we did.
Right.
Well, you had a lot of plot armor in that episode.
Right.
But at the same time, it was like, I just don't think we saw as much of our main characters go down as possible. And I think it worked out at the end because the council, like, you had this group of people running the country now. And it's like the one group of people that I can get behind this.
Right.
I can get behind these 4 dudes,
I think if there's one gripe I have is that we should have gotten one more season or at least half of a season. Like, they should have done a full season. They cut it short.
7 and 8 were a full season together.
Exactly.
It was one book. If you read it like a book, you're like, this is like one long book.
They should have just done 2 full seasons instead.
I think I agree with Chris. I think we could have gotten some more episodes out of it. Maybe a little bit. I thought that there was some stuff that was maybe just a little rushed.
I love when people talk about how rushed the battle at Winterfell was.
I mean, look how long it took for the Hound and Arya to get where they got. Right. But when it was time to go back down to King's Landing, they were there in 10 minutes.
Right.
Now, do I need a whole adventure back down there? No, but it's just like, wait a minute. How close are you? Some of those things, it's like, it felt a little sped up, but hey, it's still a good time.
But the big gripe that I heard was, the battle was so short. And it's like, you realize this was the longest battle in film history.
But when I hear people say stuff like that, you go, okay, listen, you're a noob.
Right.
Welcome aboard. There is a whole process to filmmaking, along with anything else, where they do things like, study groups and focuses and see what works and see what doesn't. And they have proven time and time again that battle scenes like this, longer than 20 minutes, wears out your audience.
Right.
Literally, they cannot take it anymore. Ron starts wandering all over the fucking place. He's doing the fucking laundry.
Private Ryan.
He's like, you know what? All of a sudden, I feel the need to clean the fucking grout. With I
actually get up and do dishes most of the time when I'm stressed out.
I feel flush. There's just so much brutality going on. Even though it's a movie, it's TV, it still starts to fuck with you. I mean, still people to this day talk about the beginning of Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in that fucking seat, and as the fucking goddamn landing ships are hitting the fucking shores, I'm fucking wincing and I'm ducking. I've never been in combat. That goddamn movie made me feel like I was in fucking combat. I can see where it starts fucking wearing you out, dude.
Right.
So they want to keep the audience.
Yeah.
Got to keep the audience watching.
Well, it was pretty brilliant how they maintained for almost an hour of battle by going in, instead of seeing big battle scenes, you get 1 or 2 perspectives and what's happening to them.
Like the Night King battle. All of a sudden, we went from this big battle, now we're focusing on Arya.
Yeah.
Right.
In the castle with only a couple of fucking critters.
Right.
That was tense. I like that moment.
It
was tense, but it wasn't thousands of zombies pouring over the fucking wall.
Right.
And faceless fucking, arms and legs and fucking all of a sudden the head goes flying off and shit. You got more personalized.
Yeah. That's why the 5th episode worked, is because you're following Ari while the city's getting destroyed.
When I see and I hear these fans, you go, and that's like just like any show, oh, there's too much talking in The Walking Dead. Well, fuck me, dude. If it was just constant zombie fucking hordes coming, you would fucking say, Jesus Christ, they never talk.
There's no story here.
There's no story. There's the zombies coming over the fucking wall. Fuck, man. Can you make up your mind?
So, look, at the end of the day, I felt like the show was pretty much everything I wanted it to be.
Except shorter than you wanted it to be.
Shorter? How shorter?
Like, I wanted another 3-4 episodes.
I didn't feel that way. I'm like the only one that didn't feel that way. I was ready. I was ready. We were at the end.
I'm fine with it. But I think I would have been happier had I seen a little more. I thought the last episode was fine.
It's great.
Yeah, I had no problem.
And I love
with
that
the
they
last
wrapped
episode.
up the Jon and stuff with what's her face with little Targaryen, whose name just escaped my brain. But like they wrapped that up in like the first 20 minutes of the episode, and we're like, cool. And now it's like 3 months later, and Jon's in prison still.
Right.
And then we have the council.
Talking about Daenerys.
Yeah, I just couldn't pull her name.
Daenerys.
I was all, it's because I'm looking at memes of Daenerys right now.
The whole scene of the fucking dragon. Everybody knows the name but me. I didn't ever.
Drogon.
I didn't ever catch the dragons' names. I was like, listen,
Jon. It was Bill and Jon
I was like,
and
dragon.
Ted.
It's a fucking animal.
Yeah.
I don't name it. Let's call you Dragon 1, Dragon 2.
I'm shocked you didn't do that with your sons. So
it was on the table, but Jennifer says no. There's laws that say you can't do that. I do call them Dumbass 1 and Dumbass 2, though.
Wait, you can name your kid Aaron, but you can't name your kid Dumbass 1 and Dumbass 2. I'm just saying.
Oh man.
I'm just saying. Well,
Sorry.
So at the end of the day, are we going to be? If the prequel show comes on, are we in for the prequel show?
Absolutely, of course, man.
How do you doubt? It's like Marvel. How do you doubt it at this point?
Well, there's a lot of people that did not enjoy that last season. I'm just saying.
Those people are stupid.
Cinematic illiterates. They don't get it anyways.
So everyone that hated Game of Thrones is welcome to their wrong opinion, is what I'm hearing.
Right.
Yes.
They didn't get it. They were not paying attention.
And I remember that's literally what I posted. Like
100%,
the night everybody was like, "No," and I'm like,
it's crazy that the three of us
agree
on something
it's
like
the first time ever.
It is, man. This is kind of Game of Thrones was a special show, and we just had a very special moment.
Well, I think it wraps up very nicely. I mean, we are all in accordance in that way where it's like, I enjoyed the shit out of that ride.
Yes.
That was an incredible ride in a way that like it captured the zeitgeist. I reread those books like more times than I can count.
And to be part of something that it started when I was in my pre-teens and ended in my mid-40s. I've never watched a show that long. Very long time. I thought one day that
I'm doing math in my head. I thought
that I was going to pass away. and pass the baton on to my grandchildren who are on their way right now.
This ain't Star Wars.
So, I know, right? It's funny. I often think to myself of friends that I've lost over the years who never made it to see the prequels.
And are you jealous of them?
I'm just like, you lucky fucker, man. I mean, you didn't get to experience Jar Jar. Oh, man.
Or Hayden Christensen. For that matter.
Once again, I think Game of Thrones, not unlike the Star Wars prequels, and as I point to my poster of episode 2.
Oh, no, it is unlike the Star Wars prequels. Continue.
Did somebody out there in fucking Facebook world post the fucking thing up that the little Jedi boy is on the convention circuit.
Signing, like taking pictures of people with their lightsabers.
Jedi.
Yeah, him with his 2 lines in episode 3.
Oh, fuck.
But I think, like the prequels, I think people will look back at season 8 of Game of Thrones and season 7, and without expectations, they'll go, those are pretty good. Like, I enjoyed the shit out of them. And I think...
No, I don't see the connection here.
Because
I don't know how many people are looking back at the prequels thinking that.
You know what?
I think people saw the prequels and then thought that, and then look back and go, no.
From my experience with the people that I know personally and even just, acquaintances and stuff, the people who are into fiction and fantasy and stuff like this were happy and got it.
Right. The tourists.
It was the tourists who fucking don't
The Disney
get it.
Files.
They're the people who like the what is that show? I don't know, Gilmore Girls or something.
Lord.
Fucking wackadoo like that. You know, they like these little dramas.
Riverdale.
Then in the end, it all kind of works out and shit. And
Happiness.
yeah,
I'm not here for happiness.
no.
I'm here to watch a dude's penis get cut off.
I mean, Christ, dude, that red wedding still to this day.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit, man. They just killed our fucking dude. Oh, fuck, they just killed her.
Again.
They're killing the goddamn wolf in the cage. This shit's brutal.
I still think when John got stabbed.
Oh,
Dude, I watched people cry, like adult men cry
Oh, yeah.
when John got stabbed because they're like, he just loves his brothers and he's trying to do right
dude.
by him. And these fuckers, and that little fucker kid, like, it just like, you're like, yeah, dude, it's all right, man. You're like, no, you don't understand, man. Jon Snow.
Dude, Carrie, like, when that happened, she was like, I'm done with this fucking show. I'm done.
Oh, dude, I threw my book. When he gets stabbed in the books,
Yeah.
I fucking threw my books because that's the end of the 5th book.
Oh, dirty.
And you're like,
What?
how the fuck did they just end it right there? What the fuck, you know? So, but yeah, man, I think like the prequels, it'll get its just dessert.
Oh,
you know,
God.
like people now, they look back at the
People
prequels.
really hate it?
People look back at the prequels with a fondness that Chris doesn't understand. They look
You
back.
got that right.
They look back on it and they see the quality films for what they were, you know?
The amazing acting.
It does not fail. Every fucking episode is a road back to the prequel.
I don't know who you are anymore.
Holy shit. What else do we have?
And Daenerys is like, John, no, you're breaking my heart.
Oh, fuck, dude.
You're going down a path that I can't follow.
And then you could hear Drogon, and he was like, he came up and he like saw her on the ground, and he looked at John, and he was all, no.
So bad. So bad.
No, it's exactly
Wow.
what.
Fuck, man. So good how we tie that together. Every
No.
fucking thing.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Godzilla. We got to talk about Godzilla.
Godzilla. Yeah.
So Godzilla King of Monsters came out. Chris, you did not see this
Is
one.
this like a monster thing or what?
Kaiju, you know Kaiju?
Oh, Kaiju. Okay.
So, Steve, did you see it?
I did.
I saw it as
did
well.
very much.
I saw it at the drive-in. It's like perfect drive-in film.
Oh, wow. That's
Never
cool.
a better drive-in film. I saw a double feature of that and Men in Black International.
Whoa.
I haven't seen either one of those.
Holy shit, first off, Men in Black International is terrible.
Is it?
It is unwatchably bad.
It looked like the best funny scenes, of course, the little references to the Avengers.
Sure.
Were all spoiled in the goddamn commercials.
Yeah.
Well, here's my biggest problem with it. Literally, he is just playing Thor.
Yes.
He is running around that movie playing Thor from the last 2 Thor films.
Does he do
So
that
he
in any other
just
movie?
called it in.
No, he just phoned that in, dude.
Isn't he doing that in Ghostbusters?
Kind of, a little bit.
I mean, that's
he was
like-
sort of playing Ditzy Blonde in that, which was funny. But in this,
No, it really wasn't.
well, I mean, he was
really
he was
not funny.
Sort of my favorite part of the film, and
No,
that's not saying a lot. So,
terrible.
but this movie, this Men in Black International, holy crap, it was bad. Like, and the plot made no sense.
Well, as soon as they were trying to, sell these cute little kitschy fucking alien sidekick things, it turned
That
me
Pawnee,
off.
Pawnee is the best part of the
Turned me
movie.
off. Oh, really?
He's literally the best part of the movie. It's the little Indian dude from Silicon Valley.
yeah.
He's doing the voiceover.
I was at a movie premiere last week. He was at
Talking
it.
about Kumail Nanjiani?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at
fucking hilarious, that guy, dude.
Oh, yeah, he's really good.
Oh, okay.
But he's literally the best part of the film because, okay, we were here to talk Godzilla. We weren't here to bash on Men in Black, but let's bash on
Does
Men in
anybody
Black.
really care about Godzilla?
Yeah, they absolutely do.
Okay.
So, remember the first movie where Will Smith accidentally sees the alien, and it's like this super secret organization, and Tommy Lee Jones comes to him and he's like, man, we're gonna flashy thing you, but you did something incredible, so I'm gonna give you a day to think about it, but it's gonna be life changing,
Yeah.
and it was this moment in the film that really sticks with you because he makes a choice, a decision,
like he sat on the bench or something all
fucking
night.
a whole night thinking about the
Right.
fact that aliens exist.
Yeah.
So Tessa Thompson's character sees an alien when she's a little girl.
Yeah.
That's at her house. And so she spends the rest of her life searching for Men in Black. And she happens to go to that spot, that hallway with the big fan, and sneaks her way into the Men in Black. and basically goes, well, I found you guys. And they're like, well, we should flashy thing her. And she goes, no, I spent my whole life looking for you. Don't flashy thing me. And they're like, okay, well, you can be a Men in Black agent.
All right.
And that was it. Like,
welcome.
You're
not earned.
No, not even a little.
Yeah.
And they're like, just go to training. And then she goes to training, trains not at all, seems to know everything about aliens. Like, and all of a sudden is just like, makes herself this dude's partner. And they're on an adventure. And you're all, I feel like we jumped a lot of steps in this here, you know? And then you realize while you're watching it, you're like, you know, Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, they really carried these movies a lot.
Chemistry.
Yeah, like really a lot. And these two, not so much.
Right.
Not even a little. It's just bad.
Which is funny because they had great chemistry in Ragnarok.
Like, I think their chemistry was fine, but the movie was, like, the script was so terrible.
The movie was not just the two of them.
No.
She was definitely a supporting character.
Yeah.
I thought her and Thor and Hulk were more of the buddy part, and she was sort of the third wheel, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Well, either way, I'm probably not going to watch it anyway.
It was worse than Men in Black 2, Steve.
Oh, God damn. I'm telling you, go back and watch that. Look at those horrible special effects. They did not hold up over time.
No, like all the Johnny Knoxville stuff.
And
All the Laura Boyle scenes
Yeah.
just like look just terrible. But yeah, so does Johnny Knoxville. He doesn't look good.
I mean, I it's like one of those things where like the first one was great, the third one was great,
The
and
third one
the other
had a
two
lot of great practical.
It's like Indiana
effects.
Jones.
No, the first and third and fourth, they're like all the good ones, and then the second one is really.
That's
bad.
what I said.
This motherfucker just said the fourth one was good. I don't know.
Fourth one was good.
Crystal
Crystal
Skull.
Crystal Skull's good.
It's great, man.
Oh, holy fucking!
They nuked the
shit.
fridge. It was awesome.
And when the giant ants took the fucking.
That's real.
They got in a fight with greasers. It was so great, dude. And they rode a motorcycle.
I
then
dug
they're
that.
Swinging through the trees with the monkey.
Honestly, man, I can't
Every
wait.
goddamn thing about that movie fucking sucked.
No
You
way,
fucking-
dude.
You know what? This is a long
Mighty
con.
Mutt, dude.
This is a long con, dude. It's like you're like a fucking. Oh, the Earth is flat. Well, you're just
No,
fucking
man.
You're long
I
trolling
can't
me.
wait for Shia to come back as the new Indiana Jones.
Oh, dude.
I would
If
love
only.
to see that. He would be amazing.
Jesus fucking Christ! Please don't let him make another goddamn movie. That dude is fucking crazy.
He's amazing.
He is fucking.
Think about all the wonderful.
Fucking.
Do it. Think of all the great green screen stuff we got from
Oh
him.
my
Come on.
god, that was fucking.
Speaking,
good.
speaking
pretty
of
good.
green screen, did you see, just out of randomness, the Queen wore a green
Oh, yeah.
outfit?
That was
Steve?
old though.
No, that was like 2 weeks ago.
The Queen, are we talking the Queen of
The Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
that this woman
she's
is
still alive.
alive.
She could outlist all of us, just so you know.
Her and fucking Keith Richards. man.
Right. So she wore a outfit that literally was the exact color of a green screen, and so people took the outfit and started green screening other stuff onto her outfit.
Oh fuck, dude.
It's perfect, dude. Perfect. You should
That's
check
awesome.
that out.
I will.
So, anyways, Men in Black International, terrible, avoided
Don't
at all
see it.
costs.
Fuck that shit.
Godzilla, though, Steve. Tell me about Godzilla. What'd you think?
You know, I thought it was a lot better than the first one.
Absolutely. There was Godzilla in it.
There was a lot of Godzilla. The one scene, like I always say this about these kind of movies, I hate the fucking human factor. I didn't give a shit about the dad. Who the fuck is this guy anyways?
You don't know Coach Taylor?
Billions of fucking people. How many people are on this fucking planet again?
A lot.
Are at risk of extinction. And we got to listen to this fucking dude because his daughter?
Yes.
Somebody shoot him in the fucking ass and get him the fuck out of here, okay? You know,
But isn't his daughter 11?
Yes.
oh God, you know, send your fucking hate mail to me. I don't give a fuck, dude.
This movie had
Listen,
an amazing cast.
I loved the fucking monsters. I love the kaijus. I love that how we had found them. They've been locked in these fucking stasis kind of fucking things for millennia, right? But we're waking them up because we make styrofoam. Get the fuck out of here with this fucking shit. Does anybody know the fucking goddamn climate changes and all this shit that's fucking happened on this fucking planet? And now all of a sudden it's because we make styrofoam that we're waking up Godzilla?
They were terrorists. I mean, if that
Fucking
makes you
was
feel
stupid.
better.
You know
Seems
what?
legit.
Let's fucking wake up fucking all these fucking monsters because we need to go vegan.
It kind of did feel that way.
That was fucking stupid. You get to, somebody nuke these fuckers and just let them fight.
Well, that's the point.
I tell you though, the scene where he starts fucking charging Godzilla, and the fucking jets and shit are coming in and they're fucking launching rockets. That was cool, dude. I had the fucking biggest boner, dude.
There were a lot of really cool moments.
I was like
that.
if it weren't for my fucking boys there and like a whole audience full of fucking people, I probably would have masturbated right then.
So it was a religious experience.
It was fucking, dude. I love that kind of destruction.
Oh, dude, they laid waste to the Eastern Seaboard in that movie. Like Boston is decimated.
There was just one fucking kaiju that I was like, no, that sucks.
Which one?
The giant fucking mammoth.
It was like, why?
We only saw 2 fucking clips of it.
But it didn't do anything.
On TV, and then one when they were coming together, I thought they were going to build some sort of Voltron or something. We are at peace now. I am a
Well, because Godzilla is king of the monsters again.
I was like, man, that's the dumb one. You ran out of ideas.
Here was my biggest issue with the film. Literally, the film opens up with them like releasing Mothra. Except Mothra's not a moth at this point. Mothra is a giant worm. And literally, like, they come in and they're like, oh, it's, whatever, the kaiju. And the Japanese people whose only function...
Did they use the word kaiju?
No, they didn't. But that's just, it's their kaiju. So
right.
The Japanese woman who... They basically brought, like, half the cast from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon into the movie.
Okay.
Because it was Ken Watanabe and one of the other girl from Crouching Tiger. Literally to be exposition.
Wow.
And I mean, like, they do stuff in the movie, but they literally give all the exposition on kaiju. So they were like, oh, look at this creature, it's so incredible. And she's like, oh, it is a Mothra. And but you're like, but it's a worm. Wouldn't it be like Sluggo or like like why do you know that it's gonna turn into a moth? Like, I don't understand, And then literally for the rest of the film, it was like we had 3 groups of characters essentially. You had like your Caucasian folks that were literally like, no, everything's being destroyed, why? You had your super vegans that were like twirling their mustaches because it was like Tywin Lannister, leader of the super vegans. And
I also have this thing about fucking the main character, well, not main, but Vera
Farmiga.
Yes, she's got this beauty, yet she looks legitimately crazy to me.
Okay.
Something in those eyes go.
Like she'd stab you in your sleep?
I believe this woman would unlock these goddamn monsters.
Nice.
I'm really believing it right now. Somebody lock her up. I don't trust her.
So then you have ancient...
Oh, she reminds me of Catherine Keener or whatever her name is.
Yes, a little bit. So
yeah.
Then you have like the Japanese people that serve the function of ancient Japanese wisdom. Like they're the ones that know everything about every kaiju ever.
Okay.
And then your fourth group are your grunts, essentially your military grunts, led by O'Shea Jackson, who is like literally just playing the character from the NWA movie. Like he's like, look, I'm Ice Cube in this movie. I'm Ice Cube's son playing Ice Cube in this movie. And it was literally like every line you knew was coming came at some point or another. Like where you were all, and then this guy's gonna be like, don't shoot that green shit at me.
Right.
And he does. And then Kyle Chandler, like Coach Taylor from Friday Night Lights, is like just gonna be yelling like, I told you we should have killed them. Like it's literally like every moment you expect to happen sort of happens.
I guess I'm just a bad reviewer when it comes to this kind of shit, because I've said the same thing about the Transformers movies. I would rather just see the Battle of Cybertron. I would like to see fucking nothing.
I'm the opposite, dude.
Decepticons fighting fucking
those
Autobots.
Movies drive me nuts. It's Predator. Swirling metal shit that I can't tell what anything is.
Predator. No, I just like it when they finally get up and they're fucking and they're blasting each other, and fucking one of them sticks a goddamn gun under their chin and boom, blows his fucking head off. Right? I love that. Alien versus Predator. I just want to see aliens and fucking killing the shit out of predators.
I don't need all the other stuff.
The humans are weak compared to these.
They ruined the movie.
And it's same with the fucking Godzilla shit.
I think this one, the story was fairly simple. At least we didn't have Super Soldier.
It was simple, all right.
We didn't have
Super Soldier pissed me off, dude.
Yeah.
Super Soldier from the first one. We didn't have him running around being super.
Even though I was like, if we had...
Super soldier.
A battalion of these men, our troubles in Southeast Asia would be over.
We could win the war on terror with those guys.
We go back to Vietnam to start.
Just one guy by
just
himself.
Move forward from there. And but yeah, that guy was like, you know, I'm sorry. What fucking branch of the military are you?
I don't know. He's in all branches of the military.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, and I disarmed nuclear bombs too. That's in basic. We learned that in jump school.
They literally explode a nuclear bomb at one point, like to wake Godzilla up in this movie, in the second one.
Charge his fucking ass. Dude.
And then that was kind of like my favorite part, where he comes back and he's like supercharged Godzilla now.
Yeah,
Wow.
He's like, I'm gonna spray diarrhea all over this motherfucker.
Nice.
But you know what? I took my sons to see it.
Did they love it?
They fucking loved it, dude. They love that shit.
My kid
One
loved
was
it.
even talking about it last night. No, sorry. Maybe the night before. Anyways, just recently this week, he was like, oh, and then all of a sudden when he starts like, you can tell he's charging up and his spikes start turning blue and he's like, I was like, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Ronald Andrew came to me very concerned. He said, Dad, is this movie real?
Oh, I have definitely been getting that lately. Like, there have been like, Dad, are there predators?
You're all, no, son.
And I said, here, son, let me show you what the predator looks like with his mask off. And I showed him the picture of the actor. With
Right.
The actual
Oh, I thought you were talking about like a vagina or something.
No, they've seen
This is Pornhub, son. This is what the predator looks like for real.
Or it looks like a predator, or it looks like a face hugger, or it looks like a cobra. If anybody follows me on Facebook, I just recently put up
the dude riding the motorcycle. Did you post that?
No, it was the picture of the cobra, and like it was the Baroness, and it looked like her fingers were spreading the cobra.
Right.
No,
I got a very nice response for that one.
He comes up to me, he's like, is this real? And I'm like, no, son, this is just a movie. He goes, but is this like happening right now? Right. And I'm like, no, we're fine. But he goes, so Boston's fine? And I'm all, Boston's fine. Okay. Whew.
They'll still ask, like the boys will ask me for like, can we get a shoulder blaster like the Predator? And I always refer back to Terminator. I go, hey, buddy, we got what you see. Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Not a lie. So are you excited then for Godzilla versus Kong, which is next?
Oh, God.
No, not at all.
But I'm just like, how's Kong gonna even fight with Godzilla?
I mean, it's not even the same scale.
No, did you see the King Kong, the new one?
No.
That one's fucking giant.
Did they make a giant monkey like fucking Godzilla size?
Yeah.
I didn't see that, no.
That's actually a pretty good
Who's
movie.
making these movies?
It's all Paramount.
Paramount?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'll probably fucking see it.
Dude, you know what, dude? Here's the thing. The King Kong, do you like Samuel L. Jackson? Do you like Loki?
Yeah, I do.
You would like the shit out of them being goofy. It is like a 70s pulp film, like with these two guys and they're overacting. It is fantastic. Wonderful film. Oh,
It's not good, dude.
Dude, what are you talking about?
It's not good.
I did like the Peter Jackson King Kong. I loved fucking Monster Island.
Oh, you mean the loneliest monkey?
But it wasn't just the monkey. It was all the bugs and shit.
This is Skull Island is basically, they're on the island the whole
fucking
time.
Dinosaurs and shit. I love the fucking tribe. You know? I love how they were sacrificing. It was when they left the fucking island, I gotta be honest, I'm like, turn it off. Because at that point, I'm like, I'd be the one guy going, I'm sorry. I think this is a really bad idea to
Jurassic
put this
Park
giant monkey on this boat and take it to New York City.
I'm just saying, the Kong Skull Island, guys, it's got Samuel L. Jackson. It's got John Goodman. It's got Tom Hiddleston. It's got Brie Larson.
I remember everybody.
It's so much fun, dude. It's like, it was a blast. It's got John C. Reilly in one of my favorite John C. Reilly roles of all
terrible.
time. No, you're wrong.
He was terrible.
It's a blast. It's a blast. And so who, in your, like, predict it now, who wins, Kong or Godzilla?
It will be a stalemate.
He's going to be like Freddy versus Jason bullshit.
I think that they'll fight, causing all this destruction, and then suddenly look into each other's eyes and they will make beautiful love. and they'll make this weird hybrid monkey lizard thing.
We've already had this movie.
What's it? Dr. Moreau? Or?
No, Rampage. We just had it.
Did they love each other at the
They
end?
did.
No, they didn't love
They
each other.
didn't love each other at the end. But
And that movie
The
was
Rock-
not good.
That movie was funny.
That's what King Kong is looking
Dude.
for, is love.
You've got The Rock. You got Jeffrey Dean Morgan. What else do you want?
You have Jeffrey Dean Morgan who can't let go of Negan.
No,
Playing
that's
Negan
true, that's
as
true.
like an FBI agent. Very odd.
Yeah.
He's like, God damn. And I'm all,
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Negan showed
I
up.
did catch that in the trailer, and I was like, wow, he just walked off the fucking set of Walking Dead and right into this role here.
and it felt like it. Like he's sort of stuck. He's sort of like Robert De Niro after The Godfather.
See, me personally,
or,
when I see him, what do I think of? A Watchmen, which does bring me to. They will be having a Watchmen series.
Watchmen series on HBO.
HBO.
I don't know
and
when that shit premieres.
I'm fucking in, dude.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I don't know
looks
what
pretty
I
interesting.
enjoyed the fucking. I'm one of the few people I think who enjoyed the Watchmen movie.
I love the
I think it's just a little long.
And that motherfucker was cut. Have you ever seen it uncut?
Oh, no.
Dude, the extended version, first off, is better. Like all
Is
extended
it?
The
versions.
fucking
Yeah.
fight scene with the top knots in
Yeah.
the fucking bar was
Yeah.
awesome, dude. I was like, why the fuck did you cut this out? This is a great fight.
That's what it needs because it was
super violent.
not a
dude.
lot of action in that Watchmen movie.
Yeah,
You got a lot of blue
talk.
penis and him being all deep. You know?
I bet it was.
That blue
You know?
penis being deep, Chris? Is that what-
Dude, we have a friend's former girlfriend who still talks about that blue cock. I think she actually went out and bought
A blue dildo?
A blue dildo.
That's
dude,
hilarious.
To match that fucking dick, dude. She was just like fucking. Oh, she was like fanning her fucking junk in the middle of the fucking
That's
theater. Dude.
hilarious.
She was going nuts.
Well, because she liked the concept of like the threesome all with the same guy. Like that's, you know.
That's what you could tell right then. Like you're like, wait a minute. I thought you were wearing pants when we came in here.
Right?
You know, why are you fucking naked?
Is it getting humid in here? Does anyone else feel a moistness?
It's fucking. Why the fuck does it smell like pussy in this?
So, one last thing. So Godzilla. So you didn't make your prediction. No, your prediction was they'll.
They're gonna make Sweet Love. They're gonna make a fucking monkey lizard hybrid.
Cool. I'm calling the win for Kong. Just so you know.
And I'm calling the win for everybody who doesn't go see that bullshit.
He's gonna fucking blast him with his fucking radiation fucking breath and blow all the fucking hair off of him.
So he's gonna give the
Maybe
monkey
this
cancer,
weird Chernobyl fucking
Some
monkey.
monkey chemo.
and then Steve's gonna walk by him at Comic-Con and be like, "What the fuck is that monkey thing
Oh
cosplay?"
god damn it! Oh, I gotta go pay fucking.
That's called a callback.
You know what, dude? I'm gonna go adopt some baby birds now.
All right,
feed 'em.
so let's jump off that. Let's go to the last big bit of news, which is apparently, you guys, as of today, and I haven't picked it up yet, but Walking Dead 193 comes out today, and they killed Rick 2 issues ago, so he was officially dead in 192 in the comic book series, and apparently Kirkman backdoor ended this thing without telling anybody, so they're releasing a 71-page final comic. And apparently it's the last Walking Dead. Like, they're done. Like, what do we think about that? Crazy, right?
Has there been anything like this previously? Where you just dump 70 some pages
And just
all at once
and don't tell
say,
anybody.
Fuck it, we're done.
And the only reason, Steve, that anybody found out like that this was the last one is because somebody posted that got the books early, posted the final page of him writing it on like his little talkback on Reddit, and it's like
Reddit, my favorite place. Fucking dungeon of the internet.
a little bit, but the idea of like who just ends. First off, I'm with you. Like, how could you not get to 200 and end it?
Right.
I like
Round
an even
numbers.
number like that. Yeah, this is an OCD thing.
You're just like,
No, there's a symmetry to it.
Yeah.
It's just freaking communist to
what?
end it on 193 or whatever.
You know
I
what?
think
The commie bastards get no food.
Right?
I think the original Marvel Star Wars ended on like 108 or some odd number like that as well.
What?
Yeah, they
you know-
canceled it.
Well, cancel's different. I think Kirkman's is like, yeah, I'm over this.
But
you know what it is? It's Forrest Gump running back and forth across the country and just go, I'm kind of tired.
You know,
I think I'll go home now.
It goes back to the original story of them headhunting The Walking Dead to option it in the first place. And they're like, why don't you he's on the floor at Comic-Con. This is the story that I've heard anyways. He's on the floor at Comic-Con. He's signing for The Walking Dead for Image. And he's approached by some fucking Hollywood fuckers. Those Ari motherfuckers. We know who they are. And they say, hey, why don't you come on up to Hollywood and we'll talk about, optioning this for a show. And he says, I'm going to lunch right now. And if you want to talk to me, we'll go have a taco and talk about it right now.
Yeah.
So, I think he was already from the jump not wanting to deal with these Hollywood motherfuckers in the first place.
Yeah.
And over the fucking years, they have taken his idea and have gone great with it in some cases and have gone bad with it in others. That's what happens. You start losing your creative control. I think he was just fucking probably done. And it's like, fuck it. I'm out. If the contract is over, whatever, I'm fucking done. Kiss my ass, and I'm going to move on. Because he's been doing
but that's not how Image works. It's creator owned.
It's the Invincibles.
Yeah.
I think he wants to move on to newer stuff.
Well, he did Outcast.
Because,
and he's got a couple others too.
Look how many years The Walking Dead was around before the show.
Right.
Several years. So I think the guy's just like, I'm just done. This has consumed this massive part of my life.
Right.
And I don't even want to make it for the next X amount of issues. I'm fucking done. He was probably fucking done.
Maybe.
A while ago. I'm sure, though, and this, hey, this is just my fucking opinion on things. Because there gets a point, too, where you have enough money, you go,
yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. And I think he wants to do his new comic series and just focus on that and Invincible. And he's got a new deal. He's not doing the AMC stuff anymore.
Right.
So he's like, y'all got that. You enjoy it. I'm going to go do my other thing over here.
I just get this impression, because I don't know if anybody else is feeling this, that if you're reading the books, once we get to this Brave New World section where you get this super advanced society, I think he kind of painted himself into a corner. And it's like, I'm so not at all interested. I really don't care about any of this shit going down. And when he popped Dwight, when they're trying to do this uprising, that's where I was like, I'll get him eventually in the trade. And I was buying him every month.
Yeah, but you weren't a long-time collector, so.
No, but I got to the point where I really could not wait for the next trade to come out. So that's why I started buying them every month. And by the time we hit this Brave New World stuff, I was like, yeah, I'll just wait for the trades. I'm done collecting them.
I think that this dude hit it at the absolute right time. And he created, an event, for the last 10 years. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's run its course. And I think everything, it's like vampires. We're done with vampires now. Although, What We Do in the Shadows, if you're not watching that,
my God,
it's so good.
Very, very funny, dude.
Did you watch it?
I've caught some stuff here and there.
Fucking great, dude. Holy shit, it's great. And we will next episode. We'll make it a point to do a Stranger Things, What We Do in the Shadows. All right, so everybody get on that.
Yeah, Stranger Things, man.
Yeah,
starting this weekend.
Starting
tomorrow.
Starting at midnight.
I'm calling it weekend already. For some of you out there, it is. Not for my fucking ass.
My weekend started on Monday, so
my weekend started a month ago.
I gotta work on Friday. I've missed my window.
I got home from my last trip, and it was a bit rough. Airports.
You have the best luck in Nebraska.
I McAllistered it again, just so you know, Steve. It was exciting and fun. Even though I flew out of Ontario, I still got the joys of being delayed in Denver for 5 hours.
I'm telling you, I'm right now just doing a couple days in Seattle in September, and I'm going by myself. This is the first time I've gone by myself to something like this. And my biggest concern is get things organized now so you're not like Ron. Come the fucking day of, dude.
Well, did you get my, on a side note, back to the Comic-Con, did you get my message about us losing our Airbnb for Comic-Con?
I did. And at the time you sent that, I was having a very National Lampoon's vacation with my family, camping for the weekend. So when you sent me that message, I glanced at it, and I kind of tossed my fucking phone and said something like, "Oh, that fucking figures."
Yeah.
So I said, but somehow, some way, Ron will McAllister a chicken coop for us. Or
We might be able to buy drugs in the parking lot where we're staying. I'm just saying, but at our new place. Or not. Who knows? You never know. Like,
Don't touch my booty shorts.
are we having a hotel?
we're working on that currently. I spent part of today
So
trying
there's
to.
no Airbnb.
As of right now, I have no idea where we're
So
staying.
I'm not banging the wife on Friday night like my original plan was after the party.
You might still be able to.
You know what? Maybe I'll just take her into the bathroom of the party. And
Oh, by the way, are we going to the party?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, you didn't
We're
tell
going
me.
old
You didn't
school.
tell me. So
I'm going old school, baby. You're gonna get it on the bathroom sink.
got
Like
what
that.
I need. Is it sold out again?
The party? I don't think so.
Oh, really? That's surprising.
They just opened it up to the public yesterday.
Oh.
So I'm imagining it'll probably be. But I know some folks that normally go aren't going this year. So you don't know, just a couple of 501st regulars. And
Yeah,
stuff, because the price did go up a little bit. So
Oh, so they're poor.
we lost our sponsors, or some of our sponsors, or
Oh,
something.
that's
So,
unfortunate.
you know, it happens. They supported us for a lot of years now. So
It's okay. It'll be good times for all.
I can't fucking wait. I have been looking forward to coming back to con now for 2 years.
Well,
And
we
I'm
will-
very, very excited about
We're
this.
gonna record again next week before Comic-Con because in the next week
Okay.
we got to talk a little Stranger Things. We're gonna have to talk a little What We Do in the Shadows, and we got to talk Spider-Man because that's all coming up in the next week. So
And we always talk, we're going to record while we're down there. Yeah, sure we will.
You know what? Did you rewatch Captain Marvel?
not yet. No.
You haven't watched? I got to say, we were both falling asleep when we saw it in Seattle.
Was
Really?
it better than you?
I really fucking liked it.
I liked the movie.
Yeah, I was surprised at how much I liked it.
I liked the movie. I was just the one person say, listen, this isn't as motherfucking groundbreaking as you were trying to make it sound.
No.
There were people who were saying this is hands down the
I didn't
best
hear any of
Marvel
that.
movie
No.
that they have
No.
made yet.
There's a few people
And
I've
you
talked
go,
to that
listen.
felt
Really?
Yeah.
Well, but every movie speaks to different people. That's fine. Whatever. If they feel like it was great, whatever.
And hey, I got to give Brie Larson, right?
She was great.
I thought she was very good in it. It was cool,
I love her.
I especially loved her helmet with the flaming mohawk thing. That was actually one of my
Excellent.
favorite parts of the fucking
Excellent.
costume,
There you
go.
dude. You know,
There you go.
so it's super powerful character. I mean, look what the fuck
Yeah.
she did to Thanos ship. If you haven't seen it yet,
Dude, I'm ready for Endgame again. I've still only seen it
Yeah.
the one time.
I've seen it
Yeah.
a few times now. So
Have you really?
I have.
I'm
yeah.
jealous.
Yeah.
I've had no time, but that's why we haven't recorded because I've been busy like a mofo.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
So, all right, well, let's wrap it up right there. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I am Mafra, King of the Monsters.
I am Wolverine had a baby with the Undertaker.
You definitely are. We got to post a picture of this. And I'm the shiny mohawk helmet.
All right, you guys, we hope you're having a nerd life crisis. Music for the Nerd Life Crisis podcast is provided by Big Papa and the TCB. All music available at bptcb.com or at iTunes. The Nerd Life Crisis is recorded at the Inland Blue Studios. Make sure to subscribe to the Nerd Life Crisis at iTunes and like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Nerd Life Crisis.